What is going on YouTube? King Reg, and we are back, and today I'm going to bring you guys my answer to how tough defense is to play in Madden 22 right now, and that is going to be a completely match coverage based scheme. Alright guys, like I said, today brand new defensive scheme, defensive ebook. I'm dropping the intro video and we are really going to be focusing on match coverage like I said. Now we are going to be in the Seattle Seahawks playbook and we're going to be basically always in the formation nickel 3-3-5 Sam. It is going to be about 90% different match coverages, and basically every formation we go against, whether it's trips, doubles, bunch, tight formations, under center, we are going to have different checks that we are going to do to help maximize our match coverage. And then as far as the upcoming videos guys, the next video we're going to do is going to be breaking down exactly how quarters coverage is going to work. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what each player on the field's assignment is against doubles, against trips. Then the next video I'll probably do a blitz, and then the next video after that will be my palms breakdown, exact same thing. I'm going to tell you exactly what each player on the field does against a double set and then a trip set. And then guys, I just released my channel memberships for my YouTube channel. It's down. If you click the join button below this video, you can actually see a preview video on kind of what I am offering in this program. But basically, I'm going to go even more depth in my membership program. I'm going to break down all my adjustments against bunch, against trips tight end. So I'm going to go even more in depth guys with really meta formation and show you exactly how I set up my match coverage to give you the best chance to play defense in this game where defense is almost impossible. And then the only other thing to really go over before we get into the video guys is there's no coaching adjustments for this defense. Like, we're not messing with zone drops, nothing like that. The only adjustment I'll ever do is if we're playing a mobile quarterback, I will throw my read option defense on conservative. All right guys, that is kind of the general idea for this scheme. That's what's coming in the future. Let's really break this down, and I'm going to explain to you why I think this defense is going to give you the best shot in Madden 22. Like I said before guys, we're going to have different checks, different adjustments for every formation we come across in the game. If it's a, if it's a spread formation, we're going to have certain checks. Bunch, trips tight end, trips with the receiver out wide. All these are going to have different adjustments. I'm going to go over what you're going to have to worry about a little bit in these defenses, how we can adjust to take that away. Another thing I love about this guys, this is going to be a totally different defense than most people are used to going against. Sometimes you'll go against quarters or palms once in a while, but it is not very common. It is a thing people lab up against the least. People have a general idea how to attack it, but once we start putting our adjustments guys and it starts reacting in different ways than they have lab, most players are going to be very, very confused on what is happening. When you play the top level players, then they'll be able to figure it out eventually, but you are really going to confuse a lot of people with this defense. Another thing I love guys, like I said, a lot of checks, a lot of adjustments, and this is actually a really fun way of playing. Basically, when they call their formation, I'm waiting on my defensive play call screen. I see they come out in, a spread formation. Okay, now I'm calling quarters. I'm thinking, I have my play sheet in front of me, and I'm thinking, okay, these are the adjustments I want to do against spread. Then the next time, okay, they're coming out in trips tight end. These are the adjustments I got to do for trips tight end. It's a very fun way of playing because it really forces us to think about what our opponent is playing, what we have to watch for, and it actually feels like you're playing real football. When I played real football, we had a lot of checks. We, if they came out in trips and they were hitting us with this, we're going to check to this, we're going to do this. So it actually feels like real football, and it's actually going to keep you very engaged on defense. Then the confusion that we're able to cause guys with the different checks on the back end, not really used to playing quarters. Why is he in palms now? He was in quarters before. What is going on? This is going to lead to some really bad reads, and it's going to lead to a ton of interceptions, guys. I get a ton of picks with this defense because people don't really know what's going on. They think something's going to be open, and we have a player just sitting right there to take the ball away. And then guys, we are bringing 4 rushers every single play. Unless we're blitzing, we're bringing 5, but we're bringing basically 4 rushers every single play. And the reason why this is nice guys, because we're still going to have good coverage on the back end. There's not going to be any quick hitters that they're going to go to right away most of the time. We're going to force them to hold the ball for a few seconds, try to get something open downfield, and we're going to have 4 guys pinning their ears back and coming at the QB. 4-man rush I find is actually pretty good in Madden 22. I know other people have said they don't love it, but I actually find it can be pretty nasty with a good 4-man rush. And then guys, we also have some nice nice blitzes on the way, pretty freaking glitchy, honestly. 2 blitzes so far that I really like. I kind of want to find a user rush or something we can throw in also, but basically we're going to be playing 90% match coverage, but when we want to bring some heat, we get them on 3rd and long, something like that. We just want to throw a change up at them. We have some really glitchy blitzes that even if they're blocking 6, I can get home with rushing 5. So some really nice blitzes on the way that can also force your opponent into making quick reads and some bad decisions. And then the last reason, guys, we're going to have 9 players in run fits. Everybody's going to be in a run fit. Our 2 safeties, our linebackers, all our D linemen. The only players are our 2 outside corners. This is going to be really nice, guys, because this is going to give us a really solid run D. It's not perfect. You will, get run on sometimes, but it's going to be very solid with this many players in run fits. Our safeties flying up to make plays. Now, if you guys are liking what you are seeing so far, definitely leave a like down below. It helps the channel grow. It helps me a ton. And if you guys are new, definitely sub to the channel. I don't want you guys miss anything.
We got a sub to catch. Get in.
All right, guys, let's go into our personnel and the abilities I like to use on all our players. All right, guys, so the first 2 players we are going to go over are our 2 safeties. Now, in my defense, I am rocking Jalen Ramsey and Ed Reed, 2 very good players. Now, these 2 players need to be great in coverage. They have to have good man coverage, good zone coverage, and they got to have good speed. Like I said, these players are the keys to our defense, and they are really going to unlock everything we do. Now, I also throw Acrobat on both these players, guys. These are going to be our 2 users most of the time, so these players are going to get diving interceptions, some big plays with these 2. Okay, now, guys, we're going to go over the 2 outside corners. So we have Darrell Revis and Marlon Humphrey. Once again, looking for very similar attributes as our 2 safeties. Maybe don't have to worry about running, run fits quite as much. So a bit more coverage where we want our 2 safeties to be able to fill up in the run. But once again, good man, good zone. They're going to be doing a mix of both. Put Acrobat on both these players as well. Look for speed. These players get locked in on an island quite often, so we need the best coverage guys we can find. And then our DNs, guys, I'm kind of going from most important players on the defense to the least important. So if you want to kind of prioritize spending, I would spend safety, corner, D-end as we go down. So the D-ends, guys, we want as good of pass rushers as we can find. Right now I'm rocking DeMarcus Ware and Kwity Paye. We want speed, athleticism, pin our ears back and get to the quarterback. They're gonna drop in zone coverage every once in a while just on some of our zone blitzes, but really we want pass rushing demons. We want guys pinning their ears back, 4-man rush, and getting to the QB. That is going to leave us, I believe, 4 AP ability points we can use. They're kind of up for grabs. You can use them on whatever you want. Right now, I have 2 free. I just don't have the training right now to spend 2 of my AP points. And then I have 2 BOGOs out there. Basically, guys, I would throw them on your D-line, try to get some pass rushing abilities. So I have one on DeMarcus Ware right now, and then the other one I'm using on my 2 D tackles. So I have BOGO on Chris Jones as well, and then my other D tackle is DeForest Buckner. Once again, guys, we want balanced D tackles who are stout against the run but can really get after the quarterback. We want a gnarly 4-man rush that is gonna get there quick. So balanced D tackles, good against the run but can really pass rush as well. And then something I haven't really went over yet with nickel 3-3-5 Sam, guys, which is also nice, we can sub safeties in at linebacker. We definitely want to do that. We're going to have better catching animations. We're going to be better in coverage. This is a coverage-based defense. So I have Rodney Harrison and Nasir Adderley. Now, I haven't spent a crazy amount of coins on these players. That is probably something I want to upgrade in the future. But once again, I spent the most on my safeties, then my corners, then my DNs, then my D tackles. That is what I'm prioritizing. So the linebackers are kind of the least second least important. So I want good against the run, good against the pass, balanced, fast. But really, this is not something that we don't have to prioritize crazy. They're going to be in the 3-rec hook, a quarter flat, matching across the field a little bit. So good all around balanced players. And then our last player, guys, is going to be our nickelback. Once again, balanced player, but I'm not as worried about run fits with him. Really, I want good coverage and great speed. He's going to be coming on some nickel blitzes and we want him to get there like that. I'm using L'Jarius Sneed. I believe, I could be wrong, his speed's it's like 89 or something. So he's very, very fast, can get to the QB in a hurry. If I'm sending a blitz, guys, and I'm going to be, exposing myself on the back end, I want to get home. I don't want a guy with mid-80s speed, jogging towards the quarterback. I want to get there as quick as possible. So if you guys have any questions or comments about the personnel, anything like that, definitely leave that in the comment section below. All right, guys, that is it. Be on the lookout for the next video. It is going to be the in-depth breakdown of exactly how quarters coverage works.